All right, good afternoon, everyone. Just got done doing all my errands and doing all the things I had to for the weekend, well, for Saturday anyway. And I just thought I'd do a live stream about web development, like we always do. So here we are, just waiting for some people to get in. I finally got Redux done, which was awesome. I'm so happy to have Redux, under my belt here. So. I get how it works, some of the nuances. What's up, John? Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Let me go ahead and try to get all these things set up. But I got Redux working and I understand it, so that's sweet. We'll talk about Udacity in my next Udacity video. So if you guys have any questions about that, I'll probably try to not answer them directly, which is cool. And yeah. That's what I'll do. I should probably post this in the programmers group that I'm in. This video. What do you guys think? What do you think, John? Should I do that? See if we can get some new people in here. And how's it been going with you, man? Can you hear me all right on the mic? Let me know. Let me know. Let me see. How do I share the stream? That's the other thing. How do I do that? Yeah, it's been a busy week, but it's been a good week. I did a whole bunch of random things, like I did email design. That is painful, doing all those inline styles and tables and table rows and all that stuff. And then audio is fine. Oh, I don't know where I'm looking here. Audio is fine. Good deal. Good deal. So I did all those things. Yeah, it was pretty great. I liked being busy this week. Did some front end work. Emails, full stack work, pretty sweet stuff. What's been up with you, John? Let me see how I can add this video. I never know how to add these streams, so it's always confusing. See how Facebook's doing here. Yeah, let me see. Do you have anything you want to talk about specifically today, John? While I set this up, while we wait for some more people to come. Dude, I gotta say that my subscriber base has been stuck at like 1,975 subscribers, and that's been kind of frustrating for me. Kind of a bummer. I'm having the hardest time trying to find where to share this live link. And I see your comment there. I'll get it in a second here, man. So let's see. Go ahead and pull this out my channel. All right, getting closer to it. Thanks for being one of the OGs, by the way, John. Sticking with me here. Learning JS. There's a tool called CSS Inliner for email stuff. Should probably look into it. I hate inlining CSS. And it's not that I hate inlining CSS. It's what I mean by that is it's so hard to keep track of everything, right? And then there's some styles that need to be put up at the top, and if MSO9, so whichever version of Outlook you're using, ooh, is nasty stuff. But there's some good what am I trying to say here, John? There's some good pre-built templates or blocks that you can use. So I use MailChimp, and so there's a lot of stuff you can do with MailChimp that will just let you take a whole bunch of blocks and edit them and move them around. So definitely check it out if you're into that. Into it. I don't know how many people are actually into CSS or email design, but you do what you got to do to get the job done. So yeah. Engineered Truth. Where's the Facebook group that I need? Self-taught programmers. Cool. Yeah, I'm actually streaming on 3 different things right now. Facebook, 2 different things, Facebook and YouTube. But I've got 3 different cameras, so it is pretty hard to keep track of all this stuff. So, yeah. So what are you learning with JS, John? Just basics, ES6, anything specific? Maybe that I can help steer you in the right direction. Now I'm just setting up a comment here on Facebook to come hang out. Hang out with me on my live stream. Trying to do all the shares, you know, make them big moves. Because I tell you, YouTube is pretty tough for me right now. It's kind of hard, and that's all right. It just been I let it go for a while so I could study more, and holy crap, it's a little bit harder than I thought it would be. Let me go ahead and post this in the comments here on Facebook and Twitter, right? I should do Twitter. Twitter. Let's just say, let's talk web development on my live stream. And then I'll actually get into, you know, some more focused stuff. YouTube live stream. Did you have a chance to see any of the newer videos I put out with like the Linda versus Udemy by chance, John? Let's see here. John says, I've decided to redo the JS track on Team Treehouse. Very smart, to refresh my knowledge. It's always a good idea to go back. I was thinking about doing the same thing. I have a course from Tony Alicia called JavaScript, the Weirder Parts, and I want to go back through that because I went through his course on Node.js twice. Oh, so helpful. There's just some things, you know, learning about the prototype chain and stuff like that. Some weird things like the spread operator and stuff. The spread operator's sweet, by the way. I use that thing all the time. Logical and ors and ternaries, love them, use them all the time in objects. Everything's an object, right? Do you do Java? Adrian says on Facebook. I use JavaScript. All right, so what are some good things to use for JavaScript learning? Let's go ahead and share those on screen, huh? What do you say? Let's go ahead and do that on Udemy. I'll show you Tony Alicia's class. It's awesome. Tony Alicia is just awesome in general. So let me go ahead and pull that up. If I can remember how to use all these things. You know, OBS works really good on my laptop, but not on my desktop. Then again, I'm like running one screen, like one 17-inch screen, and on OBS on my laptop, or on my desktop, excuse me, I'm using, I am doing 2, 3, 4, 7 screens. So, big difference. Alright, let's go ahead and share this. JavaScript, understanding the weirder parts right here, John, is good for learning JS. It's like 12 hours, I think. 12 hours long. Let's see here. Course content. 11.5 hours. I would check that out if I were you, but you know, go through the Treehouse track again too. Either one will be great. The Treehouse track is going to be different than just straight up JavaScript, and it's been so long, I'm not sure what's the same with it. So yeah, definitely check that out. Let me go ahead and try to get back to my live screen to see how many people are here. Let's see. Adrian on Facebook says, I can never find folks who do JEE, lol. Either way, my site is Adrian Affidavit Me, Heroku hosted. I'm working on it. I'm going to host on Heroku too, Adrian. I'll probably get a private GitHub repository for that. So when I have like emails, no one can get my email password and stuff. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. We're still in, oops, infinite loop. Sorry about that, guys. Put this up here. Going live. Dude, it is so hard to keep track of all these cameras. I'm not even joking here, man. Let's see if I can get the right one. There we go. How's that? Flying by the seat of my pants here. Yeah, this year, let's talk about what I'm going to do this year while I log into this, or rather next year, 2018. I'm going to go more from learning, because I've done like all learning this year, and try to move more into production mode. And of course you're learning during that time, but I haven't put out a lot of stuff. I talked about that earlier in like a live stream, but I just wanted to like, you know, really hammer it down that that's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, You are my only homeboy right now, John, so I appreciate you coming by. What is it, Saturday? I haven't been on as consistent with my live streams either, though, so yeah, you've yet to check them out by, check what out, John? What are you talking about there, man? Let me know. Oh, man. Missed my face. Cool. How is it across the pond? You guys like have a lot of stuff. What up, Corey? Thanks for coming by, man. It's been a while since we've done a live stream here. So, oh yeah, look, I can see like where the coffee missed on my chin. The real, like, this is like the real. What am I trying to say here? The ultimate like reality TV. Nothing scripted. So yeah, let's see if I can find the right. It's always so hard to find the right camera, like, that you're supposed to be using. I can never remember which one is which. Where did I place my camera? Well, I can't remember how to get the other camera up. So, that's my life right now. Let's see what we have. What's up, Chris? Hey, thanks for the recommendation. I did a whole series because you suggested to do that stuff. I was talking about you in an earlier thing. So how is Treehouse, Corey says. Can anyone give him some more information on Treehouse? I did a couple of videos, or I did a video on it. Corey says, John, I spent several hours in the DMV today. Excellent experience. Most excellent, I would say, Corey. Like, there's no better experience than at the DMV. I would just, if I could just spend all my time there, I would pay to do that. Pay to be in the DMV. It's just that good. John, for those of you who are overseas watching this, the DMV stands for the Department of Motor Vehicles, and the Department of Motor Vehicles is where you get like your license plate and your driver's license, and it's not the best user experience. Maybe they can hire a UX designer for that. Maybe not. Chris says, yeah, thank you so much for that comparison. Looks great. Thanks. And I've adjusted the audio for the next videos going out because I did some research, and I'm like, man, these are really quiet videos. And so that's, I've done that as well. So hopefully you can hear a difference coming in the near future with all my videos being set higher, so you don't have to crank up your phone or your laptop. Corey says, you should live stream from the DMV. Hell yeah, Corey. I already went to the DMV, and surprisingly, it was really fast. I did it on my lunch hour, and they were great. And I had a photo. They actually have, just for signing, like they have a Wacom like graphic designer template just for signing at the DMV. It was insane. Chris says, just a quick question. Do you feel like learning Java.net for the back end? I personally don't, because I've already learned Node, but it's not a bad idea. For me, if you were someone like coming straight in the industry and you learn front end, like I did, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, if you don't have to do it for your work, I would do Node.js, you know, something like that, or get better at JavaScript. But if you had some experience in C#, then I would definitely look at .NET, like 100%. John says, thanks. I was just going to ask what the DMV was. Yeah, I try to remember that all my, you know, I have a lot of subscribers that aren't from the US, so that's cool. So .NET is good, but I don't want to learn C#. And that's just because I want to learn JavaScript. Get really good at JavaScript, Node.js, React, rather than take up a whole new language. Excuse me, let me go ahead and jump back to Facebook here. Cool, I've got Adrian's question here. Adrian, if you're on Facebook and you're still watching this, either send a comment through Facebook or go ahead and join us through YouTube and post that link of your portfolio or your website, and we'll take a look at it together, everyone. We'll post it on screen. Let's see, Jordan says, what's new? Jordan, what's new? What's new? Same old, same old. But in a good way. I actually know how Redux works now, and so managing that state is great. Well, I always knew how it was, but what I mean is I was able to get it up and running. And there were just so many nuances, like, oh, this is how you do it. Except for my case, I need to use this. Oh, and because you're using that case, the other thing doesn't work, so you need to use it from this other blog. You know, just putting all these random things that were like, oh, this part needs to be dispatched that function, and then set to this function, but you need promises because you're not using Redux Thunk, or you are using Redux Thunk with promises, excuse me. confusing stuff, but you know how it goes with web development. So that's what's new. The other thing that's new is I'm getting ready to launch my portfolio series. So I'm going to do my whole portfolio in React, and we're going to do like an episode on each thing. If any of you have watched Dev Tips come out with Fun Functions MPJ, they're doing React, like a high fidelity mockup. It's going to be a lot like that. I'll be in a coffee shop, the brew house, like this, but I'll have all of my my new tripod set up with my cameras, and I'll put my phone actually on the like putting it down so you can see like paper, all the notes that I'm doing, sitemaps, wireframes, and then going into the code and just showing you what I had to do. But I'm not going to go like line by line. I think that's, I think to be honest, that's too much. Like going line by line, for me, I get bored. It's not supposed to show you how to build your own, but I'll go through it like through the code after I've written it and explain what I've done and where I found that stuff and what it's looking like. So that's what I'm doing. Chris Toad says, what is more fun for you, front end or back end? I prefer front end, but really they go together, right? Like if I had to choose one, it'd definitely be front end, but it's hard to make a project with just, or a product with just one. I'm stronger on front end and design than I am on back end for sure. That's not to say I'm an expert at anything, but you gotta have both, right? And if you can keep track of all these things, which is really, really hard, you gotta study more than like, you know, when people say you gotta study all the time, takes it up to another level. So I'm studying design, UX, back end, front end, and putting them all together. But holy crap, like I did a wireframe the other day, instead of just like talk about it and like say, okay, I'll make that, and we did wireframing, it made everything so much better. And just being sure to talk and iterate what I had to do. And so it's worth it in the end. And UX doesn't change as much as the coding does. You know, there's some research procedures and wireframes. Like, I can't tell you the last time I had to upgrade my pen and paper versus, you know, like my ES6 or change the syntax. It stays a lot easier. So, yeah, that's what I've been doing. Of course, I've been doing video too, but that doesn't answer your question. I am kind of rambling like an old crazy person. I prefer front end, Chris. That's what I should have said. Let's go ahead and see how Facebook is doing. Cool. All right. Chris says, do you use Sass on your front end a lot? I didn't before, and sometimes I don't. If it's already done in CSS, I'm not going to add Sass. But I see the use for it, and I really do like it. It keeps everything organized. Easy, you know, modular, just like React. So what I think I would do actually now, because I would organize my CSS and Sass and do it by like device width. So you start with like your mobile design, and you put that in a file, then import it into the main one, and then your tablet, and then desktop, and do that. But instead, how I use Sass on this old project was by components, and that's how I'm probably going to do it with React. Not probably, that's what I'm going to do with React. I will have each Sass file be its own component, and I'll do like all the device widths there. And so it should keep it modular, so you can put it in different chunks, like, oh, well, this div or this component can be put in multiple places, and so it's always compartmentalized. Oof, that was a tricky word for me. Chris also says, I just learned it like 2 days ago. It's really cool, like recreating Bootstrap, yes. Use Flexbox, man, Flexbox. However, with your own custom design, yeah, I mean, you have to have some design principles and stuff, but Bootstrap is, I mean, it has some cool things like modals and stuff, but after you get going for a while, you realize how you don't need it anymore, you know, like, oh, well, this is cool, but I need to design my own button, or an easier thing to do is get good at Bootstrap and get good at putting your own CSS on top of it. And then from there, yeah, Sean says Flexbox is life. Flexbox is life. Thug life, in fact. But yeah, and then take your CSS and style it on top of Bootstrap, and then go to your own stuff in Sass or something. And you should probably look into using the BEM model or something like Smax, which is totally different from CSS that I've done in the past. And you'll see a lot of people do, where everything is like a class, but it's organized by like block, element, and modifier. And so what that means is we're not like styling the. Sorry, Facebook. Facebook fell down. My bad. We're not styling the like the IDs or the tag elements, right? The issue with that is like it has different priority levels. So if I write something on a like an ID and I don't know where it is, or later I need to style like a specific part of that ID, I can't, because it's been like blown out of the water, or it's really hard. So if we make everything like the same on classes, we can actually use cascading style sheets like the way it's supposed to, like right on top of it or something. I hope that answers your question, and that's the best I know of it. I've only used it partly, but I haven't completely committed to like a BEM model. On my next project I will. Let me go ahead and hop over to Facebook here, see what everyone's saying. Charles Crossman says, thumbs up. Thanks, man. Chris says, hold on, I need some coffee. My throat is getting dry. Chris Toad says, yeah, I've seen that. I was following the tech degree of Treehouse on a basic subscription, $25 a month. I'm currently halfway through. Dude, Chris, to be honest, I think that's the way to go with Treehouse's stuff. Like, just do like the path with the $25 a month, and then move to something like Udacity or Udemy, excuse me, and do like one of their ultimate, quote-unquote ultimate or complete developer guides. That's my opinion anyway, because I had a great experience with Treehouse. So yeah, that's a good idea. What's everyone up to today, by the way, on Saturday? Who's all here? Who is all here? Let me go ahead and check how many people we have on the live stream. Do you guys miss the live streams by chance? We got 3 watching. It's kind of bad video settings, just my luck. We'll probably wrap this up pretty soon, unless you guys have a lot more questions. We've kind of been, we've been streaming for about 20 minutes. Not bad, not bad. Corey says, I'm at the gym right now getting swole. As you can tell, Corey, hold on. I have not been hitting the gym. I've been hitting the cake. I've got to be hitting that gym soon. About to run. Yeah, me too. I'm about to run this script on Node. So, good for you, Corey. You're doing the right stuff. Anyway, Ricky, gotta go. Peace, Chris. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for the very nice conversation. Of course, good luck to you too. Good luck to you too. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for the suggestions. And if you guys ever have suggestions, I'm not always going to get to them. But like Chris said, hey, do this series. Go ahead and leave it in a comment or something. Especially if I ask for it on a video or anything like this. Like, hey, what about this? Never hurts to ask. I won't do it every time, but it gives me a lot of good ideas. Jordan says, what script? Oh, I was joking. Because Corey was just saying how he's exercising. He's about to run. It's like, yeah, I'm about to run this script because I'm not into exercise at all right now. As you can tell by these luscious cheeks of mine. Luscious cheeks of mine, yeah. So, yeah. What do you guys think of the new setup? What do you guys think of any of the transitions that you've seen in my new videos? If you've seen my new videos, of course. Better? Do they enhance the experience? They're just kind of cool. Let me know what you guys think. The retention rate is slightly higher than other videos, but my video views are down, which is a struggle. So I'm hoping like this React portfolio series will be the thing that brings me back, so I can really boost up my views, because I didn't do it for a long time, and it hurt. You know, it hurt really bad on views. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I've been doing, a ton of video on top of all these things, trying to stay afloat here. Man, there's just so much to learn, you know. Just taking a break here from talking. I need a break to check all these numbers here. I don't even remember what I was looking at. Anyone have suggestions for videos? Anyone, or anything that they think that I should cover, that you think that I have expertise that I could provide advice on, whether it be here on the live stream or on a video? Let me know. Let's see here. Has anyone watched Fun Functions, or excuse me, Dev Tips, new videos on the React, like Nano Degree? Not Nano Degree, the React High Fidelity Mockup? Yay, nay, no? No? Alright then. Well, I'll give you guys like a minute or two to like ask a question. Oh, there we go. What do you think of coding boot camps? Corey says. You know, I don't know, man. It's hit or miss, just like real school, although it's a little less money in a lot shorter time. Like, life is a whole, you know, game of risk, to be honest. I like the self-taught route because it fits with my lifestyle that I have. I can't go to a boot camp for 3 months. If you can and you have the money, I think so. Is it better than school? Heck yes, in my opinion. Unless, like, you know, your parents are paying for it and you don't have to go. But where I'm a little bit older, I'll hit 30 in May. Like, that's not really an option that I have right now. I have bills, I have responsibilities. So, it's not great for me. I don't know. It's give or take. I'd say it's more good than bad, but I don't have direct experience with it, and I've seen people that do. It's just it really depends on where you are at life and how much you've done before. So if you've done a lot of self-study and you're going to do it, that's a great way to go. What about you, Corey? What is not just Corey but everyone? What do you think about boot camps? What do you guys think about the whole state of boot camps right now? Anybody? Just a quick question. Oh, Christian says, just a quick question. This is on, do you use JEE for the server? Oh, he's not talking to me. Never mind. So, yeah. Any more questions? Anyone? No? Alright, dude. Alright, dudes and dudettes. I'm going to call that a day. I'm going to go home and I'm going to study my JavaScript algorithms and data structures and do some more React full stack. Corey says, I hear different perspectives about the quality, but I think the marketing strategies can be a bit aggressive. Yeah, Corey, absolutely. Now more than ever. So I'll stay around for this question for sure. You know, I'll give you my opinion. I'm not going to be too aggressive until you bring it out, but these marketing strategies are getting pretty aggressive. It's all based on results, right? But right now it's oversaturated, so anyone can say, hey, we're coding bootcamp, and promise anything. And I see it on all these YouTube channels, like go to coding this or that, and I have reservations about it because, you know, they're getting paid, of course, which everyone should. I would probably do it too, but it's not necessarily that they're good or something. It's just like, hey, go to this boot camp. It's on my channel. You know what I mean? I don't know. Some of them are. It's starting to feel like that. What, University of Phoenix or Stephen Henniger's college kind of feel sometimes. That's what I get out of it. What do you guys think? What do you think, Corey? What do you think? What do you think about these coding boot camps? John says, how much can a junior dev make in the US? Dude, John, it is all over the place, man. I'll tell you. Being a junior dev here, like where I'm at, versus like being a junior dev in like San Francisco, huge difference, pays different. East Coast, I mean, anywhere from like 35,000 to like, I don't know, like 60,000 or 50,000. Big difference. Yeah, Corey says you can make 100K in San Francisco if you do our boot camp. Oh, he's talking about the aggressiveness. Yeah. But yeah, the U.S. is huge, right? So it's different. And the other thing is like for my 2-bedroom apartment here in Idaho, I pay $550 a month. In San Francisco, it'd be like 4 times that or more. Like it'd probably be more. So, you know, you gotta take that into consideration. Yeah, Corey, the fact that they market potential salaries makes you skeptical. Yeah, me too. But the thing is like college did the same thing, right? Like, oh, get your econ degree and make $60K doing some work that you've never been trained in. So, I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm just saying it seems to be the standard nowadays, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna take that hat off for a minute. Getting hot. How's things going on the coding fronts for you guys? Does anyone here actually work as a developer, other than me, of course? Whoops. I don't know. No one works as a developer here, huh? Me, I'm the only one. I don't even feel like a developer sometimes. I mean, yes, I do, but I don't really get to talk to people. I'm sure they're here, a few of them, but I never see them. Corey says, I'm a product manager, so I work with developers. Dope, Corey. Dope. So, you know, hey, hats off to you, man. If you're being involved in coding with those developers, it's going to make it so much better, because I've worked with people that don't know anything about code, like zero, or even like internet stuff, and it makes it really hard to communicate. I guess I could just say that it's hard to communicate with them. So I'm sure you know all about that. Alright guys, well, you know, I think it is time. It's time to call it quits. Corey says, I work for stakeholders as well. They know nothing. So you're kind of like the middleman. That's a good idea, to be up to date with that. Yeah, that's always frustrating. When no one knows anything about what you do, and you're like the only person there, that can be painful. So yeah. Well, that's what I'm going to call it a day for Saturday. I'll probably live stream again tomorrow just because I have some time. Do it in the morning. We'll do some more talking rather than like doing like a whole produced video, because I got to get on my studying and get on this, I'm tired, this React portfolio. All right. Talk to you guys later. Peace.